I'm going to Colorado to meet you guys. I have a truck
Yo,
in the driveway and I'm sitting
yo.
here with fucking 150K in the bank, bro. It's fucking unreal.
Wow, that's so lit, bro. That's got to be the intro right there.
And you were like, bro, it takes more, like it takes a lot. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, 10K month soon. And you were like, that's what we need. And I was like, yeah. And literally not 2 damn weeks later, I had a $4,000 day.
You went from August to September time, kind of what'd you make? Like, what'd you make in August, September? Maybe like 20 grand?
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah. All right, guys. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, Charles. Known this dude for a while now, honestly, like over a year, right? At this point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
21 years old. You live in Texas and, been grinding a bunch of different businesses for a while now, had some ups and downs, and just had easily the most heroic up of your whole career at this point. This is such a great story. I think we need to tell. I want to hear more about it. But dude, Charles, pleasure to have you on here. I don't know how you want to kick off, but bro, I don't even know how you got to this point in terms of like finding us and also
Yeah.
like, getting into online business at 21, whatever. So if you want to give us some background, I'd love to hear it.
All right, sweet. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you hit all the big ones. I mean, yeah, I'm from Texas. I guess that's kind of really not super important, but about, so like you said, I'm 21. I'm kind of losing track of time here, but I would say I was like 18 years old. So 3 years ago ish, I graduated high school and I went off to college. So my family has like my uncle has a land surveying business. If you're not familiar with that, it's just land surveying. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. That's what I went to school for. I went off to college. I moved
Oh, you
about
have to go
three
to
hours
school
away.
for that or like
Yeah,
trade.
well, yeah. So you don't actually have to go to school to do the job itself, but to get your license to actually like start a land surveying company, like to actually stamp. I don't know if you know how it works, but
Oh,
to
yeah.
get to the top, you need college, right?
Okay.
And so I went off to school to do that. I moved 3.5 hours away, and I before so my senior year is when I kind of got interested in the e-commerce stuff. Like I was always seeing it on my For You page, but
Of high school.
yeah, high school, sorry. And I just never really built the discipline to just stop and do it. You know what I mean? I was always just reading about it and learning and telling my friends, like, man, like this, and that. I never started it, but I really got to the point where I knew quite a bit about it.
Yeah.
I just brushed it off. I was fucking off in school, having fun, whatever, which I do regret now. But anyways, go off to college and best thing ever, by the way. If you're ever thinking about moving out, leaving your hometown, do it. 1,000,000%. Like
Yeah.
it forced me to make that decision where I'm in school. I didn't want to go to work at Walmart. I didn't want to go work anywhere like that. I was like, I'm about to start knocking on doors. I'm about to start like I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make money, you know. So
Yep.
that's when I really started putting action to the research and reading and this. And I landed the first thing I landed on, of course, drop shipping. I did that for like 6 months, just learned,
Yeah.
failed, of course. And right after that was Amazon. I was like, man, this actually looks pretty cool, you know, like this is pretty cool. So I
And you're
started
still
that.
doing Amazon, yeah?
Yeah, I have a product selling out right now, but I will be completely straight up. I'm going full in the TikTok space, brands, creators, everything like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
I mean, there's no point in not. I'm already in it. So once this product sells out, I'm done with it. But yes,
Yep.
I am still doing it. And yeah, so I started Amazon, and honestly, it was a course. By the way, I'm obviously not going to say the course, but it was a mentorship. I learned so much. Like whether or not I'm continuing with Amazon, like business wise, like Amazon was probably the best move I could have gotten into to learn. You know, because you
Yeah.
have to learn everything. You know what I mean? Logistics, shipping, inventory, ads, everything. You know, so
Was it FBA?
it yeah, it was private label.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah,
Okay.
FBA. It was FBA, but it was private label. Like
Like it wasn't
you know.
wholesaling.
No. Yeah, it was probably like launched my own product, everything, branded it, all the good stuff. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, I had to file an LLC, trademark everything. It was a very good experience.
Buy
So
inventory. Yeah, no, it's a lot.
yeah, yeah, and
A lot.
I actually enjoyed it though. You know, like it's one of those things where it was like,
Expensive though.
oh yeah, that was probably the biggest flaw of everything. But anyways, about the middle of that, I'm like, okay, I'm realizing now that this is a long-term investment. Like, okay, I got to build this brand. I'm like, okay, this is not going to pay the bills. I'm just spending all the money I saved doing this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was I was a hard victim to shiny object syndrome.
Right.
I'm in about 7 courses right now, and
Okay.
I only actually used two of them. I bought literally everything. I was like, you know, well, I'm not going to drop his name. I bought a copywriting course. I bought, dude, so much stuff. I was just all over the place. Finally, I'm like, okay, I'm done buying courses. Well, I come
So how
across one
much
of
did you
your videos.
spend on shit?
Oh, probably 25 grand.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how I was funding all this, by the way. So I go up to college, dropping so much money on shit that I should not be doing. Spreading my, I'm in seven courses at once, thinking I'm going to be a
Yeah.
millionaire next month, bro. It was horrible. But I did learn.
Why'd you pick our course?
Well,
Like,
that's what I was getting into. So I came across your video, and I was like, I like to think I have a pretty good like sense of character. You know what I mean? Like I judge people pretty quick, just first impression, first conversation, like mannerisms, and I
yeah.
liked you. I could just you seemed real. Like I'm a pretty real guy. Like you might have to cut some of the shit I say out, but I don't hold anything back,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I was kind of getting that vibe from you, and I was like, okay, people like that are typically not, putting up a front. So I was like, okay, all right. So I followed you. A couple weeks go by, I'm like, TikTok shop, huh? And like literally, I swear to God, probably 4 months prior when TikTok shop was just really becoming a thing, I told my friend, I was like, man, there's gonna be a lot of people making money on TikTok shop, and never thought in a million years I'd be one of those people, but it was just in my head, So I trusted you. I bought the course. And the thing that really sent me was Luca. And it's so funny. Like I told you, I was in so many courses already. So I'm talking to Luca, and he's like, man, we have a 10K and 4 month guarantee. And I was like, I'm about to get scammed so hard, bro. Like, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, 10K and 4 month guarantee, whatever. Like, whatever. I got nothing to lose, right? It's just money. So I did it. And I signed my first brand super quick. I mean, I flew through the videos. This is not going to be easily explained, but dude, like I live in Texas, like I'm outside, like I'm not the kind of
Yep.
person to be on camera, bro. Like I'm truly, truly, truly the least not a camera person. And dude, my girlfriend's recording me. I'm like pointing at stuff, practicing for what are the recreate assignment. It
Yeah.
was so bad. And I signed my brand, and dude, as soon as that first wire came in from my first brand, I was like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm all in on this," and that's what I did. And I
Yeah,
did a
you got
little
your
bit,
first like little retainer or whatever.
$250, maybe. It.
Yeah. And it's cool to see you're like, oh shit, like right when I get in, I can make a little bit of money. It's like,
Mm,
it's something. It's like you're not losing money for the first time. I think that's
yeah,
what's really
yeah,
unique about what we do.
yeah. I honestly, truly, I tell people this. Like, I don't lie to people. Like, obviously, we get referrals and stuff for getting people
Yeah.
in, and I'm straight up with people. I'm like, look, let me explain something to you. If you happen to be someone that puts in the work and just pretend the universe is against you, and you do so bad in TikTok creating, you spend this $4,000 on Creators Corner. There's so many brands in here you can try. You will pay the course off at some point. Like you get
100%.
retainer. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you are joining for free essentially. Like there's no loss, and
Yeah,
and
100%. Like literally, if you don't follow any directions, all you do is the posts and just bounce from brand to brand to brand, like you will get your money back, in 6 months or whatever it is.
and exactly. I think that's probably the most unique thing about it.
Right, right. So wait, dude, how much money did you make like your first? So this was back in what, October, November? It's about
Oh,
a year
way
ago.
before that.
No, there's no way.
April.
No,
April.
no, 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 no. Okay, no, no, no. There's no way you were this year. Did you?
Because it was while I was in college, and I graduated May like 10th. So it was sometime before May and after.
Yeah, no, no, dude. January 17th is when you joined.
Wow.
January 17th. Yeah, I knew it was a while ago. I knew it was like damn near a year ago now.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
So what were your first months like, bro? Like you made that $250, you're like, oh my God, this is lit. Like, I have something I can actually make like cash on. You're doing the post. How was it at first? Like, was it hard?
It was just like it was by no means like hard, but it was like I mean, I'm like sweating, bro, making these videos, watching people drive by. Like, I didn't want anyone to see me. I was living in an Airbnb, so there's people right across, and I'm just waiting for them to leave, and I'm like holding my phone up, and they were bad, but and then that's whenever so it was bad. It was super like stressful because I was like, man, people are gonna see this, and I'm gonna look like such a dork, man. Like I was self conscious about everything too. I was like, I mean,
Totally
no
get
one in
that.
this court. And I actually asked that in the private chat. I was like, y'all don't think like my accent's gonna like like make people like not want to like listen, right? I was so self-conscious about it. And then the angle with all the, the
Yeah,
grow your pickle. And
yeah.
that's whenever the money started coming in. So like I'm not gonna be able to say an exact time frame, but within 3 weeks, I had like a $400 day with that angle. And it just, I mean, you should have seen me, man. I went on walks with my girlfriend every day, and that's not just a skit. I don't know if you've seen my videos. I say that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That was real. And dude, I mean, I'm skipping. I'm like 400 in a day, man. Like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy,
Uh,
So I start pumping video, dude. I mean, I was grinning. Like people were walking by. I'm like, I mean, you remember you had to tell me to slow down on the pickle videos because dude, I went all in with them, man. I mean, I had old
yeah.
men DMing me like, man, like it was hilarious. But yeah, that first like month or two, dude. I think my second month with this particular brand was about 8,000. And dude, it just opened my
Yeah,
eyes
I remember
so
this.
much.
I remember this. Yeah. And it's so crazy because you did that $8,000 a month. And then this is like what, February, maybe March, somewhere in there, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Isn't the peak of that brand that you were running at the time too? Like so many people were making money with that. Like Sydney was going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy whenever one of those brands is just going nuts, like being a part of that wave. Like that's literally your biggest month now, which we'll get to, like over $100,000.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and So you had that, and then dude, at one point I remember you kind of disappeared, and I remember DMing you. I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, "Bro, come back! Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, why are you not like doing shit? Like, what?"
Yeah, so 8K month happened. The next month I did like it was like good. I mean, it was good for especially what I was doing. It was like 4,000. And then my account that's whenever TikTok stopped allowing you to do those angles. So my TikTok account got banned and I was like, damn, so that was totally just luck. I was getting on camera lying. I couldn't actually sell anything. Like I couldn't, damn,
And you were
okay.
telling
So
fake stories and shit. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I just stopped. I was like, okay, yeah, I got my money now. Like I'm gonna enjoy, me and my girlfriend went out to eat here and there. Like it was a good time. And I started putting it all into Amazon. I was like, okay, now I can really go all in on Amazon. So yeah. Yeah. If anyone's listening, don't. But
Yeah,
yeah, it did
it's
not
just not enough. Like you need even more than that to really like comfortably
yeah.
pump it into an Amazon brand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I learned that real quick, but it was so this was over the course of, I was pretty frugal. Like I was dieting, so I was only spending like $100 on groceries. Like I was just eating literally beef and rice, what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
super cheap. So I was chilling. Like that $10,000 was great for me. I was like, hell yeah. Like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even gotta work no more. I had a really bad mindset. That is not the mindset you should go in on things. Like
Yeah.
I should have wanted more and I did not. But yeah, so a couple like I would say two or three because it was like the whole rest of the semester, I didn't really do TikTok. It was just Amazon. And I graduated, I came home and I was like, kind of just all my friends were starting to get like jobs. Or I don't know if you like live around like chemical plants and stuff, but that's like the plant capital of the world where I live. So that's where everyone works, plants, oil fields, stuff like that. And all my friends were going out and getting jobs. And I'm like, damn, like, uh-oh, like here we go. Like I failed, like, damn. And then I texted you, and I know you remember this. I texted you, and I was like, you know what? Like, I didn't text you this way. Let me get to that. But I was like, I'm gonna get back into TikTok. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm not. This is what I want. I'm doing this. And I
Yeah.
texted you. I was asking you questions because I was trying to make goals. I was like, man, like, how do you get a brand management position like that's? And you were like, bro, it takes more. Like, it takes a lot. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, 10K month soon. And you were like, that's what we need. And I was like, yeah. And literally, not 2 damn weeks later, I had a $4,000 day with a Nashville Gone brand, and it like,
Oh,
ding, it was
oh, the big brand, bro.
nuts.
Like the one that like everybody knows. And that was what like that. So, dude, you had quite a bit of time off. Like you took like 3, 4 months off.
Yeah,
That would have been like September, bro.
yeah,
You came
yeah.
in. And dude, when you had that, what was that like? Like, why'd you choose that product?
So I chose that product because they had a badass giveaway and everyone was raving about it. Like you were going on about it, everyone was going on about it. And I was like, this is my chance. Like this is my chance. I joined, and that I mean that was it. Oh, Ray won a car. I don't know if I'm allowed to say names, but
Yeah,
Ray
yeah,
won a car, and I was like, just seeing him so happy, I was like, I need that, bro. I gotta do it. And I'll be honest too, like, I don't know if you're the same way, bro, but like, dude, like I'm telling my girlfriend all these things. Like for the whole time, like, dude, we're gonna have a different life. Like, I'm gonna make this shit happen. And then I was like failing, you know. So, dude, it was like a knife to the heart. And I was like, dude, I
Yeah, yeah,
gotta make
yeah.
this happen. And I went all in, bro. And that's pretty much it. It was just Ray won a car, and everyone's going on about it. So I was like,
Yeah. The
this is what I'll
ashwagandha
do,
is
man.
easy to make stuff for, bro. It's like, people take the product, you instantly feel something. It's like you have all these people in the Discord, in our Discord, who are crushing it too, that you can like get inspo from. Like that server's so fucking active. It's like it's all right there. So you're piecing it together, and then you started going crazy, bro. In October, you were the number one creator for that brand, and
It's
put up 400 something thousand in GMV and netted 100,000 for yourself just on commissions,
yeah, just on command
right? And
104.
they saved your account, bro, when your shit was going down. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Shout out to
yeah,
them. Is that shit
yes,
printing
bro,
again?
yeah.
Is that shit printing
Huh?
again? Is it making you money
Dude,
again?
whenever it was, this is crazy. I could not believe this. So it was banned for 10 days. It was still doing $2,000 a day while it was banned. So when it got unbanned, I had made like $20,000 while it was banned. And it got unbanned, it's still doing $1,000 days. And I haven't even posted. I've been letting it like cool down. I've been posting on another account.
Wow. Wow, you're getting
Yeah.
close on that though now. Like you see they got your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Um,
gonna start. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and dude, you know what I love there too is like so just to be clear here, you went from August to September time, kind of what'd you make in August, September? Maybe like 20 grand?
Okay, so, yeah. 2025.
Yeah, 25 grand. And then September you made, or I'm sorry, then October you made literally with the giveaways, everything close to $150,000.
Yeah.
Close to
Yeah.
100, because then the giveaway you won a $30,000 tier, like it was like
Yeah.
all this shit. So, I mean that's like legit life-changing money, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's like legit your life really hard to, as long as you just listen to what we do. You're in CK now, you're in all this shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
as long as you just listen to what we say and you don't crash out, like you're like, has that kicked in yet that you're like set for life kind of thing or no?
It's like it's actually super weird. So like I don't I might get a little in detail just in case someone else is kind of having the same problems, but like, I feel like I had like a not unique, like not problems, but like I feel like I had a really unique like experience with everything. Like how do I explain this? Like it was like you knew that you know this as well as I did. I was having bad like imposter syndrome for a
Yep.
long time. Like it didn't get I'll explain how I got rid of it soon, but up until like a month ago, dude, I mean, I could not get it out of my head. And like I told you, like I started like this whole business thing, like entrepreneur thing, like working for yourself thing, like with the goal of like, and like in my like envisioning, like I'm going to be running a business, I'm going to be doing this. So then you start making money, making wiener pill videos. It's like it's cool, you're making money, but it's like, man, is this like, am I really even doing anything right now? So I started getting in my head, and then of course the ashwagandha brand. I'm like, man, TikTok really like, dude, like, come on, like this is gonna go away. Like you got lucky. Like this was just it was one
Yeah, yeah.
video, and it was just, dude, it got in your like it was getting in my head. I was so like I said, I'm in so many courses, dude. So I'm always getting notifications, people winning and all different kinds of business models and everything. So I'm just getting in my head
Not as
so
much as us
bad.
though. There's no way it's as much as us.
Oh, hell no. Absolutely not, bro. No, 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 no. No, not even close, dude.
Right, but you're
No,
doing other
like,
things, and everyone's telling you different things.
yes, yes.
Everyone's
And
telling
like
you different things.
it was just so hard because I'm like, God, like it took me a long time to figure out basically what I wanted. And like I said, I'm not going to name any names, but I bought a mentorship not too long ago, and I'm glad I did. It was a very, very cool guy. I've looked up to him for a long time. And just talking to him, did it, I don't want to sound like arrogant or anything, but like, I don't know how to word this. It was like it went from like even on calls, like when I would get on calls for the ashwagandha brand and all my other brands, I would like to talk to people. I'd always be like, well, this is my opinion, or like I'd be hesitant to give
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
information because I
Yep.
didn't feel like I was like, well, I don't want them listening to me. And then it just clicked in my head, man. Like I was getting DMs. I have DMs for my personal TikTok brand. I have people in real life, always asking me stuff. And it was like a light bulb talking to everyone. I was like, dude, like this is me, bro. Like I am the people that I look up to now. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And it just
bro. Yes.
everything hit me like a train, and I was like, oh, I'm that fucking guy. Let's get it. So I just started like, and I just needed that. Like I needed that,
Yes.
and it.
Because you are,
But
bro.
yeah,
You are, bro. You stuck with it. You've done it for a while now, and then you put up massive fucking numbers, you know? And it's like it doesn't, and it's good. Like you can't find worth in your numbers too, you know, where it's like you got to just be like, yeah, I did that, and that's like part of my thing. Like, but I don't care where they go from here. Like I always know I'm capable of doing that, and that's like a very
yeah,
key thing. And I think like you kind of that mental shift is very important for like maintaining it too, because
yeah,
you're in line with who that person is.
yeah. And it was like a big thing too, was just in general, like because I did so many things, it didn't really excel at any of them. I did good in most of them, you know what I mean? But I went and looked back and realized how like I took TikTok very seriously. You know what I mean? Like I didn't take any of those very seriously. I took Amazon pretty serious, but that's just a totally different ball game.
Yeah,
Like you need, and it clicked in my head one day. I was just like, what? Like, dude, no, I like God damn, how do I explain that? Like I was seeing myself fail at so many things, and I'm like,
yeah. It's
it
crazy
gets
to
in your
think like,
head.
dude, the reason I joined these things and did all this stuff for the goal, like it really fucking happened. And I think
Yeah,
people sometimes think like that it's so far and it's so this and it's like, okay, I know it's possible, but I don't think it's possible for me for some reason, you know? I think that's something you
yeah,
kind of dealt with, and then you're like, fuck it, dude, I'm just gonna like I think the mindset, I remember this is the thing that changed it for me too. I had a very similar thing to you with college, all that kind of stuff, trying some decent amount of shit. But I remember the mindset shift of like I was like, I'm just gonna like giving up's not gonna be an option. I'm just gonna keep going until it happens. You know?
yeah,
Once I had that, that was what did it. I didn't put time frames on shit. I didn't put like, like I set like, okay, here's how much money I can invest into it and like I'm gonna go until that stops. But even in that stops, I'll put more in. Like I just took it
yeah,
like a plan. And then once you have that, it's like, dude, you realize it's not even that far, you know?
yeah,
You realize
yeah,
it's not even that far, and you have to be like prepared for it when it comes, especially in CC where it's like the average time it happens for people is probably 3 to 6 months,
yeah. And
Not to that level. You're one of 1,500K students, but
yeah.
10K
I
plus
mean,
there's 200. There's over 200.
yeah, no, easily. And it's like, it's one of those, I mean, yeah, dude, it's truly like, it was just unbelievable. Like when everything started coming together, like you just said, I was just like, holy crap. Another huge thing, like once this all started happening, I started looking back and realizing without the shit in my head, a little disease in my head, I was like, oh my God, like I did this. And then, and it clicked in my head because whenever I came back from school for surveying, I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, I don't want to survey, you know what I mean? But I kept telling myself, and my mom, and she's somewhere around here, I'm like, if this doesn't work out, or I'm going to survey anyways, or I could always go back and survey. And I always kept
Yeah,
saying
that's
that.
a
And
good mindset, honestly.
well, no, it wasn't because one day I realized I was using it as like a crutch. Like, well, if this
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
work out, I can always survey, or if this doesn't work out, it took me so long to realize like I just needed to fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
like you
yeah.
said, failure wasn't an option. It's
A
like,
plan B can be a good thing to actually get people to go sometimes, though. It's not
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's getting you to not go that hard, though. That makes sense. You know,
yeah, yeah,
I think that's yeah, it's kind of like that like double-edged sword. Like I
yeah,
personally love to always have a plan B where I'm like, dude, if everything went wrong, this I could do this. It helps me think in abundance, but at the same
yeah,
time, people who also get like caught up in that.
yeah,
What I think is cool too, bro. You said you've tried all these different business models. I know you can vouch for this. Like this is something I always tell people. I think that's why we get along so well, Charles. We keep it a buck with each other. Um, is like, dude, I've been in this space for 5 years, dude. I've done all sorts of shit too. And it's like, bro, there's no other business model, virtually none, where you can make this much money that fast, right? Not that fast money's a good thing. Fast money's not really a good thing for most
yeah.
people.
I
Yeah.
want to actually say something about that when you're done.
But the thing that's beautiful about this space, bro, and my favorite part by far is that you make that money and that shit goes right into your motherfucking pocket. The big difference between everything else is you almost always get hit with more overhead, margins, like, things that can go wrong,
Yeah.
investments you have to make right away. You have to do absolutely nothing. You take the money and you put it in your fucking pocket.
Absolutely, dude. Like really, that's what gets people when I explain it to them, like in DMs or like even in person. People stop me in the gym, and I'm like, Jim, and I'm like, like they'll ask me like because I would always have questions about Amazon and stuff because I posted that on my TikTok too, and people would be always asking questions. I'm like, no, like it's pretty hard to learn, like you have to like it's just a lot, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's everything about business. It's not just like, oh, start this online store and run ads, you know what I mean? And TikTok isn't even that, you know what I mean? Like you literally just take the time to make videos, and it's like putting in a lottery ticket. Every video,
Yeah.
it's like it's unbelievable. Like you said, fast money's not always good. I've actually never heard anyone say that because I always tell my girlfriend, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's why I was telling you, I'm so happy I did everything else first because it like I feel like I almost feel like I have like a slight advantage because like everything with like TikTok shop, like brands and stuff like that. Like I understand how that works before I even did well in TikTok affiliate. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
does that, you understand what I'm
Yes,
saying?
bro.
Like
It makes you understand the money. You have value on the dollar.
yes,
You have fucking, you have a plan for this shit. You realize what, it's very important, very important.
yeah,
And that's why like even we have a ton of kids that just, do it really quick. And like we always you've seen this, like we really stress that to people. We're like, all right, dude, well, here's what you're gonna do with your money. You're gonna be abundant with it, but you're not gonna be a fuck off. You're not gonna be a
yes,
dickhead. We have people at the top too who are making a ton of money who are very humble, passing that down. Like, it
yeah,
all starts with the leadership kind of thing. And you see
yeah,
like it's very, very much some kids could be dickheads with it. And like,
yeah,
if it comes too quick, they have no idea how to handle all that money in front of them.
yeah. And that was like that's why I was happy because I was always telling my girlfriend like. Of course, I'm like in TikTok now, but my original thought process was like, I know what I'm going to do with it. I just need the money first. So what do I need to do to make this money? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
And
dude, imagine if you had to go to go make another 100 grand, you'd have to spend 50 of it. You know, that's where like thankfully, even if kids are fuck offs with the money, it's like it's not like they're in debt from it or whatever. That's where it
yeah,
can get
yeah.
mad sketchy, bro.
No, well, yeah, 100 because especially too, like I noticed, like I got lucky with the course I got in Amazon, but I've been in some like I've seen the inside of some courses where like they'll get you into that stuff and you could get into some trouble with taxes and like
Bro,
Amazon. If you fuck up with your Amazon inventory, bro, you could get fucked. Like, and if you don't have someone really directing you through, like you said with TikTok, you make the money, it goes to your account, pay taxes, you're done, right? But everything else, like, is not like that.
so wait, dude,
It,
you got the money too, and it all hit. So like, how much did you have in your bank account for all this like smackdown?
like what do you like before like everything or before TikTok?
No, like in like August, like when you went back on this like whole grind.
Oh, when I went back on to dude, like 10,000.
10,000. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And now you're like almost close to six figures because you just bought a truck too.
I no. Can I talk? So after buying the truck and paying, I have my income taxes set aside. I still have about 140 left.
Ooh, ooh. Oh my God, dude. See, I'm glad we're able to talk about this because there's a stigma around talking about money. Like, it's like, dude, it does not matter. Like 2 months ago, you had fucking 10K.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think what I think is important about it is to know that that shit's real. That money's in your fucking account.
yeah.
And how much it fucking benefits your goddamn life, dude. There's something I don't know if you've noticed yet too is like, the relief it brought me, and I'm sure it brought you too, like really improved my relationships and shit, like
Dude, yes.
my confidence, my habits, like all that kind of stuff.
It may, it, you know what? Actually, the mentor I told you about that I bought the mentorship not too long ago, whenever he was the one telling me to buy the truck, and he was like, "Look, you don't
Motherfucker, I told
understand.
you to
Whenever
buy the damn truck too.
everyone, I'm just saying, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, we were like on a call and stuff. I didn't mean it like that, but
I'm playing, dude. Yeah.
like I mean, I knew I wanted it, but I was kind of like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. I just need the truck, whatever. Dude, no, he was right. He was like, you're gonna start seeing yourself as the guy with the F-150 trimmer, not the guy. You know what I mean? And you really do. Like, like I'm just driving around and I'm like you said, you see the money in your account and you're like, yeah, it's real. I just posted this in the CC wins, but like, it's real, and then it's real when you have a fucking truck sitting in the driveway and you're like, oh my God, like that came for what I was doing. Like looking at the numbers, one thing, you know what I mean? But like seeing physical things like where you're like, oh my God, like I got that with this. It's fucking unbelievable, dude. It really is. It's the craziest thing ever. And I mean, yeah, I actually meant to ask you,
Wow, this is a sick post, bro.
Oh, you see, you're looking at it.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and read through it.
No, no,
You will.
I was. This is sick, bro. You really do become it, bro. No, it's important because think about it. If you're like, yeah, dude, I want to keep doing 50K months and this and that and like whatever. It's like, okay, so are you in line with that person if you won't buy this truck that you can already afford? You're not in line with that person. Don't tell me you're in line with that person because you're not, you know?
And no, that's I've like you said, the abundance mindset, bro. Like whenever you really like, I hate saying this because it sounds like such a guru thing to say, but like whenever like I'm like the most progress I've ever made, aside from whenever I realized like what we just talked about, was not looking at money as like time and looking at it like, okay, I need more of this. You know what I mean? Like it's not like money, like, oh, I need this check, I need this. Like I just need to bring more numbers in. Like well, I don't know how to
No,
explain
no,
that, but
you
like
were, I think you're saying like not trying to just trade my money for time or time for money and like, oh, you're saying like, oh, like look at $100, like 2 hours of work or whatever, and like really
yeah,
try to guard it.
that's what I'm saying. Like stop
Yeah.
looking at it like just yeah, pretty much that where it's like I don't want to spend this because I mean, obviously when you're first starting and
Fuck, I
you
just
don't have a
lost
lot
two
of
hours on that or whatever, you know.
exactly,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
bad. Horrible mindset. I think that's I was just thinking about that the other day about how like it's so hard to have the abundance if you have a job because you're sitting there and you're like, dude, I just worked an hour and if I go to lunch right now, that's literally an hour and a half of my time. And I'm like, fuck, like that shit's gotta fuck you up. You gotta make the leap
Yeah.
in the CC, bro.
No, like seriously.
And it's
And
such
I
a good
like
time to do it. And 2025 is going to be really insane for this too, you know? And it's like you just stick with that, bro. It's like you can easily put on a few hundred grand easily if you just like coast through next year.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like I said, like, like Hannah was asking, like I'm of course gonna keep creating content and stuff. Like I'm not just gonna spend all the money somewhere. I learned that lesson the first time. But it's like it's just so oh my God, it's such a surreal feel. Like you said, two or what was it, three like what did it 3 months ago. You know what I mean? Like I'm like dollar to dollar paying attention to everything. Like I'm really just trying, putting the work in, not getting any like I'm getting a return, right? But not like anything like this. Literally 60 days, bro. 60 freaking days that I'm going to Colorado to meet you guys. I have a truck
Yo,
in the driveway and I'm sitting here
yo,
with fucking 150K in the bank, bro. It's fucking unreal.
wow, that's so lit, bro. That's got to be the intro right there. That's got to be the intro. 60 days, literally, bro. It's like you had that base and then you locked in, you know? And it's like, wow. Dude, I've got another question for you. So I've heard you don't believe in fucking journaling or some shit. What's up with this shit? I'm confronting your ass right now. What's up with this?
Okay, let me explain. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. I do fully like understand how journaling does work, and I think the reason it works is because you just write things you don't normally think in your head. So like you said, like when you affirm things, like you just write it and you're like, oh yeah, like I'll go back and look at some of the journals that I do, and I'm like, I'll look back at, it, I'm like, damn, like like it makes you realize you're progressing, right? It
Yeah, yeah,
reminds you
yeah.
that you're getting better, right? I get how it works, but I just I'm just not wired like that, bro. Like I said, I've built a relationship with God recently, and that's kind of my form of journaling, right? Like I trust the process, right? I don't really worry about things anymore. I trust myself. I trust, you see where I'm getting at. But I was saying journaling, it was kind of a joke, but not really. But my brain isn't wired like I understand, like mentally speaking, like I just don't. I I don't want to say this, bro. I feel like it's kind of like I'm just not. That's not the person I want to be. I don't like. Uh.
So you don't want to be
Okay.
like a like I mean, so here's my thing. I know what you're saying and I know exactly what you want to say, even the word. But it's like I totally get it too, bro. The bottom line is it fucking works, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I have hundreds of case studies on that of it working. And you combine it with real action, like that's the thing. Well, I'm not saying just journal and throw your book and like wish for the best. You combine it with real action, shit
Yeah.
gets fucking done. And so if we're calling it like a thing of like, oh, I just feel like it's kind of weird, like that's for women or blah 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 blah. You know what else is fucking weird, lame, and whatever is being broke. So if this is something that's gonna get you money, and all you gotta do is 2 minutes of fucking writing a book, like you lose me a little bit. Now
Okay. Sorry.
You don't have to do it, bro. As the thing though is that like your mind has to be on it all the time, and you have to know
Yep.
very clearly what your goals are at all times. And if you're not writing it, you're just gonna have to try a lot harder to like mentally keep that in check.
Yeah.
So there's you're more susceptible to ups and downs than someone who's really in line with the fucking writing.
No, absolutely. Okay, so let me go back. I thought about how to word this whenever you were saying that. So here's the way I see it, and I'll tell you this. So like I told you now, I've replaced journaling with like praying and stuff, and
Yeah,
I keep note of it. Like you said, I do it a lot though. Like I'm constantly like, okay, I'll sit down for a minute. I'll go sit outside, and I'm like, let's just. And I do the same thing as journaling. Essentially, you just
visualizing
can't
it.
go back and look at it, right? So I do still technically do it, but what I will say is this, and I truly do believe this. Like you can cut this out if it sounds cheesy. I don't really care, but like this isn't where I want to be right now. You know what I mean? Like I have so much like bigger plans. You know what I mean? Like way bigger plans, and I know like in my heart, like I'm not qualified to be making $1 million a month right now. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
not qualified to be making too much. I know that. So every day, like when I'm trying to be that, like in my head, I'm like, who is what does Charles look like that is making this much money? And I'm like, that. Like I have that visualized. It's a dude that can do whatever the fuck he has to do, regardless of everything else. You know what I mean? And so point being is like I feel like so like you just said, whenever you journaling doesn't really work if you don't actually mean it, right? Like of course, because you're just gonna be writing at that point, like whatever, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But I also the whole reason I'm saying this is in the beginning when you're not making like when you don't have results, you might be making progress like characterly, right? Like if you're like your character, you know what I mean? You're becoming that person that can make money on TikTok Shop, right? You're learning what I don't think journaling works in that instance. And I'm not speaking for women or anything like this, but I feel like when I give people advice that DM me and stuff, I'm like, look, I don't give a fuck how you feel. You know what I mean? Like work. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah.
journal, don't write how you feel, don't write life's
Oh
hard,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
write what
Facts.
you want. Fucking put your head down and fucking work because everyone else's life sucks too. Like work, you know what I mean? And then once
Yeah.
you start doing good, then I think it's important to get with your brain and be like, okay, I deserve this. This is what I've done. Then I do agree with journaling, absolutely. But I honestly,
Hold on, hold on. You're sleeping on the thing though of like the action is very key though. The unfortunately most people that aren't in our ecosystem aren't working, right? They're just not working. It doesn't matter what the fuck and it's been they have no plan. The thing is you
yeah,
couple this in with like the exact blueprint and work and it's over, you know? It's like that's what Creators Corner
yeah,
is.
yeah,
You know, it's actually way more beneficial for beginners, bro, because you start to like really break those limiting beliefs, bro. And
yeah.
you break the person that they were before so that you can rebuild it and become a new person. So that's the only place where I'll stop you. But I totally get what you're saying, bro. We're in agreement on a lot of this. It's like you're a rare case where I feel like you do a different type of thing, and that's totally, you know, it's basically
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to say. I don't actually think there's anything wrong with journal. I just my brain where I want to be able to like. I just this is not my style. It
yeah.
really isn't.
Yeah, and that's going to be some other people too, and it's good to know there's another way to do it, you know. Most people, I think, also are just like, you know, if they say it's not for them, they're not really giving it a shot too. I
Yeah,
see how like you have a different system for it. You know, it's like if you're not doing anything and you're still broke, don't tell me that shit's not for you. You know, like you know, don't tell me that you have no idea what is and what's not. You haven't had a winning
yeah, yeah,
system yet. You know,
yeah.
so that's kind of the funny thing there. But dude, through all this, bro, now like you have all this shit, you're doing this stuff. What are your like, you know, kind of short term next plans? Like just keep doing what you're doing. You know, you're not getting shiny object anymore. You know, you're networking. Like where's your mind at right now?
Yeah. So like I said, I've really had to step back. So like getting this truck and everything, that's really all. I just really wanted to take a step back. Like I've been dieting and stuff too. So I was like, look, I'm gonna go to Houston. I'm gonna bring my girlfriend. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go shop for Colorado. I'm just gonna enjoy this win. You know what I mean? So that's what I did for like 4 days. That's what I was telling you. I just haven't really been on top of things like I mean, I go through and get what I need to absolutely do done, but I've been slacking off a little bit the last couple of days. And now that I'm back and everything's about to get started again, I mean, I got home, I got on my to-do list and I went ahead and listed everything out that I need to get done the next couple of days. And yeah, like I said, I know what I want now, you know, like I intend on launching a TikTok shop brand here at some point. I have some stuff working with someone else, and then obviously all my eggs are going to be in TikTok shop. That's where the money's at, right? There's no point in not doing that. And I mean, dude, that I mean that's pretty much it. I mean, I have a little plans over here. I'm gonna get stuff going slowly, and then I'm gonna go back all into, or I'm not back. Obviously, I haven't left, but I just like I said, I've had a lot of stuff going on. I'm just trying to celebrate the
Yep.
wins, and then
Get back, yeah, I love it, bro. Just keep doing what you're fucking doing. You know exactly what to do, man. And that's the beauty of it all. The vision's so fucking clear now. Everything's so set. I can tell how grateful you are, and it's I'm living vicariously through you. It's so fun to see all these different. Every single day, I'm seeing new wins up and down. And it's great, bro. Um,
yeah,
so, dude, I'll say this last thing too. This was mostly just an interview and all this kind of stuff. Like, what an amazing story, Charles, bro. But I'm curious too. You've been through all this. Like, obviously, people watching this are probably interested in joining Creators Corner. They're like, "What the fuck? Like, is this dude a real person? Like, both ways. Is Charles real? Like, blah blah blah." I mean, they've probably seen enough now where they know it's real. But you know, honest review, like of everything of all the other courses. I know I kind of know the answer already because you've texted me before. But just like honest to God, give your raw take on everything in Creators Corner if you recommend it or not.
yeah. So, I mean, look, here's the thing. Like, if you are thinking about it and you really are about making money, like I genuinely believe this from the bottom of my heart. Like, if you put, I'm not ever gonna tell someone like, yeah, you can for sure go make $100,000 a month. Right? Like, it's stupid, but there is literally no. I've like had TikTok accounts that are fucky that act weird, and I still make money from them with like shitty videos. Like if you get into Creators Corner, you're getting handed brands essentially. If you don't succeed, it's because you're not trying hard enough. I mean, that's literally how I see it. If you do not at least make a couple $1,000s a month at some point, not like obviously everybody's on a different time frame, but
Yep.
I mean, it is literally that. It is that. Like you truly don't want it bad enough if you
Right.
don't succeed in it, and that's just you can't convince me otherwise. Like I said, and I've been like you just said, I've been in so many other courses. There is nobody. I like literally say this from the bottom of everything, every fiber of my being. Like there, no glaze, by the way, no homo about this, but you,
No, no, no.
you
Go for it,
no,
bro.
like really and truly, like all the mentors and the people that have helped me have been like actually helpful, right? But no one has actually like given a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll be completely straight. Whenever I was doing bad DMing you, I could tell you didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like now that I deal with it now, I deal with people all the time DMing me like that I could tell just aren't about it. You know what I mean? So you don't really want to waste your time with them. I know you're giving me that kind of vibe, but like, dude,
No.
you still always messaged me back. You still always helped when I had questions. You still did. I know you're busy as hell too. You always text back. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's truthfully no one that I've ever like gotten help from or anything like that have actually like. And the reason I like resonate with this so hard is because I'm the same fucking way. Like
Right.
I appreciated the help so much from every single person that's in Georgia. I literally wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't because
Yep.
of her.
Yep.
We got on a call one day, like whenever I was in the very beginning, and we talked for like 2 fucking hours. She didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
she didn't have to do that. So like whenever I get DMs, bro, I send people back 15-minute voice memos, like explaining everything. I'm not even fucking kidding, bro. Like they'll DM me
Good.
like I DM people before, and I give them the answer I expected. You know what
No,
I mean?
because
Because
you
some
get around
people,
the right people, bro. I know you're aligned with that. It's like it started with me like getting a few people like you around in like early days of CC, like here's how we're gonna do this. It's our ethos. And then you get all these amazing people like you in Georgia. Like there's not a bad person in CC that's like, very few bad apples that are like dickheads or anything. Almost
yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
helpful, nice, here to, whatever,
yeah.
cheering you the fuck on, bro. Like everybody will lose it when you do well.
No, I know. I love it. I actually, if you join CC, I have two pieces of advice. One, don't expect help. I got to just say this. I've talked to multiple people who feel the same way. Like, if you want, you got to respect people, right? Like, you can't, like, don't expect people to help. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to ask for help. Like, don't be obnoxious. Like,
Yeah, anyone
just
will
be
help you,
nice. Like,
bro. Anyone will help
yes.
you, but don't ask dumb questions that are easily findable just because you're like, oh, I paid for this, I get this. Like basically have like be entitled for help is what you mean, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll see people all the time. Like, they'll like text DM you, like, hey, tell me this. Hey, tell me that. I'm like,
Yeah, yes, yes,
bro,
yes,
like,
yes.
no, one, don't do that. And two, if you are not like that, bro, there's nobody in CC that is not gonna absolutely jump on helping you. And also, bro, DMs in Discord are crazy. If someone's not responding, just at them. Nobody gives a shit. Like everybody loves each other. Just ask
Yeah,
for help. Anyone will help you. I tell everyone, like, if you want to DM me, just spam my damn name and
right.
I'll see it eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
respectfully. Don't expect
yeah,
it, but ask for it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I'm gonna help you, but don't be like,
Yeah,
bro,
I
check.
feel try to be mutual with it too, you know? And it's like there's times where it's like, yo, like, sometimes when you blow up whatever, try to give it to other people too, like make it go full circle, you know?
No, I was just gonna like say like just some people that I've seen like another reason respect goes a long ways. Like if you start doing a little good and you stop helping people, you're gonna be in like a doom spiral at some point because
Yeah.
you never know who's gonna end up doing good. I'm obviously not gonna name any names. There are people who are just complete dickheads whenever I was coming up, or not coming up, but like learning and everything. And I will not give them the time of day because that's just help people. You know what I mean? You never know. Like, don't just ignore someone. Don't like. I always try to help everybody. I love it.
Yeah.
I just love it. The
Yeah.
community is so goated. Like that's another thing I'll actually say too. There isn't another community I'm in that actually has like relationships with people. Like this is the only one because most people, it's like some of them are filtered where you have to request to DM and not request, but like in Facebook, you have to like get your post authorized and stuff. No
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
talks to each other. So no one actually gives a shit about each other. DC, bro, like I feel like I'm friends with these people. I've never even met any of them. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing. It really, truly,
No, it's almost
especially when
like
it,
it's like almost like borderline clicky how close people are, you know?
yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. No,
Like,
yeah, that's one thing I take a lot of pride in, bro. Is like is making sure it's like really only good people, positive vibes, hella like friendly. I think it also helps we're all making money, But it's
yeah.
it really it's
Well,
just
yeah, yeah,
it's awesome, it really is. And my whole thing with that is like someone out there like doesn't want to believe the truth because of how many bad fucking apples there are, which I, am here to change. But it really is. It really is. CC is everything I feel like people talk about and more and
yeah.
I stand by that, and I hope that it'll always stay that way.
Oh, I have a feeling it will. I mean, it's just crazy because you really can't put it into words. Like you just said it yourself. There's so many courses, there's so many people who are just clearly horrible people. It's just like I said, whenever you DM me the other, or not DM me, but whenever you like, you just there's no
I mean, I'm
there's
getting
no
on the
better.
phone for you to get you 20 grand the other day. I was
That's what I'm saying. Like,
uh,
there's no like that feeling of like because you really just it's so easy to build relationships whenever you actually feel like people give a shit about you. You know what I mean? Because then you
right.
get the feeling to do the same for everybody
Because
else.
I
You know what I
do,
mean? And
bro.
it's
Yeah,
just
it's like you do, and it's like, and then what that pays off too, right? Is like if I deliver an amazing service, like I don't have to be a guru online, to
yeah,
have an
yeah,
amazing business. Like you just referred two people the other day I just saw, It's like I don't have to be a guru. Everything gets better. It took a while. It took a
yeah,
while, bro.
yeah.
But now it's like this thing is like I just do good shit and good shit comes to me. It's like let's
No, I
fucking
mean,
go.
yeah.
Let's
I
go.
mean it really comes down to like you can see this in brands too when brands like half-ass do a launch, like they don't really brand anything.
Yup.
They always fall off, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
and they don't
quality
care about the
always
creators.
wins.
They always fall off. They never like, bro, facts, facts, facts. Yeah. So that's kind of like the motto of CC, and I'm glad like, you're a part of it, bro. I can't wait to meet you in Colorado, and you'll meet everyone else too. It's your first time seeing everyone, bro. Like you'll see it's gonna be such a vibe.
Bro,
So
I'll tell you what, if this video gets 1,000 likes, I will go pro up and go down a double black. I've never snowboarded before. So I will send that shit with a GoPro if this gets 1,000 likes.
possibly break your leg for the fucking likes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I love it, man. Well, we'll hit it off here. Where should people find you if they, on Discord and Creators Corner, Twitter? Do you use Twitter?
Yeah, I use everything. Instagram, Twitter, Discord,
Charles Dishes?
TikTok. Yeah, no, Charles Dish. Is that what you said?
Charles Dish, yeah, Charles
Yeah.
Dish, everything.
And
Yep,
then TikTok or Discord would be the bigger two.
beautiful, man. Go get some more referrals, bro. So.
Oh, I will.